Welcome to On the Record, Updates and Echoes, a podcast by the Pocahontas Record-Democrat. I'm Erin Summers. We're sponsored this month by the Pocahontas Area Community School Fine Arts Boosters. You know, Pocahontas is not a city that's known for having a lot of crime, especially like really serious crimes, but the Pocahontas Police Department did investigate an armed robbery here last weekend. Pocahontas Police Chief Alex Liu actually contacted me on Sunday morning to let me know he was going to be sending out a press release about the robbery, which happened near PAC Elementary School on Saturday afternoon. Liu and I talked about the rules for releasing information about juveniles, because at the time, the 16-year-old who they expected to charge with the robbery still hadn't been arrested. They hadn't found him yet. I didn't realize that the law enforcement officers could release minors' names if the child is at least 10 years old and has been charged and escaped custody or is considered to be at large. So Lou brought me up to date on what those rules are. In the end, he didn't need to release the juvenile's name because they did arrest him on Sunday night. I have a full story in this week's paper. It's on the front page, and you will probably want to read about it. Last week, Monday, the Pocahontas City Council talked more about the information they'll need to have to move ahead with the splash pad. They set out some new deadlines. They gave more information to the park board, and I believe the park board met at the end of the week, and I think they're moving ahead with the project as well. You can read more in this week's Record-Democrat. In all three of our papers, you can read an interview with Pocahontas County's new drainage engineer, Haley Toms. Toms has worked for the NRCS in Nebraska and ISG Engineering in Storm Lake. She seems really enthusiastic about learning more about drainage. Last week, I went to the Rolfe Public Library to hear some stories about Babe Ruth's visit to Iowa in 1922 from an author who's written a book about Babe Ruth. I didn't expect to also hear stories from the author and from Rolfe residents about Pocahontas baseball player Larry Bittner. You can read that story in this week's papers as well. And if you're interested in the book and Babe Ruth stories, the author, Timothy Grover, will be in Lorenz at the library this summer too. On Friday, I went to Newell to visit the Newell Food Pantry, where volunteers showed off the addition to their building, which really creates a better pattern of movement for people coming in and out of the pantry twice a month. You can see photos and read more about what they're doing in this week's BV County Journal. This week's journal also has a number of pictures from Newell Fonda High School, with Jazz Band Night happening on March 17th and Drill Team Night happening on March 19th. The Rialto made some progress on its flooring project. Inmates from North Central Correctional Facility in Rockwell City came out to help move all the seats out of the way. We have some pictures of the work in progress in this week's paper. In sports, the PAC boys and girls track teams both competed in indoor meets in Humboldt last week. The girls 4x200 relay team of Danica Dreeth, Haley Hosworth, Natalie Summerlot, and Chloe Mefford was second in 1 minute 59.89 seconds. Hosworth also placed third in the shot put with a toss of 38 feet 9 inches. Top finishers for the boys included Braden Hudson, placing fourth in the 60-meter dash in 7.77 seconds, and Adam Marsh taking fourth in the shot put with a toss of 46 feet 6 inches. Up next, you'll hear interviews with some PAC fine arts students, and then in our Echoes portion of the podcast, I sit down with two of those students to talk about some fine arts events that took place in local schools in the 1930s.
I'm Reagan Wellick. I'm a junior in high school. I'm involved in mock trial, speech, band, vocal, jazz band, solo ensembles, show choir, pep band, marching band. I'm basically a lot of the fine arts.
My fine arts activities include mock trial, individual speech, large group speech, show choir, concert choir, jazz band, pep band, marching band, jazz band. I contribute a lot of fine arts.
I really like acting and performing, and I think it's really fulfilling and fun to do.
I've always had a love for music, and I just like playing music and feeling the beat of the songs.
I've done music my whole life, and then I just kind of stuck it out. I just love getting into it, all the interesting people you can meet in it, and it's just kind of been part of my life.
I got involved in speech because I wanted to get better talking in front of other people. What I like about speech is acting as a character and having fun.
I'm learning to get myself out there and try new things and get out of my comfort zone, and I think it also helps with things like public speaking and meeting new people.
I enjoy the experience, and I think it's fun to be able to develop speaking skills.
I'm learning how to perform with a group of people and learn stuff on the go and just go with the flow.
the people, like the connections that I made throughout the team. Like we literally call ourselves siblings.
Just being with teammates and putting in all the hard work into the trial that we do and show off.
I learned to play with other people and music that I wouldn't really play outside of this.
I want to thank the Fine Arts Boosters for everything they do for our program.
I would like to thank the Fine Arts Boosters.
Thank you, Fine Arts Boosters.
Thanks so much, Fine Arts Booster.
Thank you, Fine Arts Boosters.
Thank you, Fine Arts Boosters.
Thank you to all the fine art boosters.
Thank you, Fine Arts Boosters. Love you, Mom.
Welcome to the Echoes portion of our podcast. As we wrap up March, we thought we would like to acknowledge our sponsors, the PAC Fine Arts Boosters, with an episode about fine arts in the county in the first half of the century. With me today are Reagan Wellick and Natalie Gertis. Thanks, girls, for coming in today. I appreciate it. It's going to be lots of fun, I promise. First up is this tidbit that I found from April 24th, 1930 in the Pocahontas Democrat, before the newspaper combined. So there used to be a Record and a Democrat. And then the Record won the circulation war and bought the Democrat. So that's why Record comes first and Democrat comes second in the name. Pocahontas County's high school music contest was held at the Plover School's auditorium Saturday afternoon, April 19th. Lorenz scored the most points and won the contest. 8 schools were entered in one of the 16 classes of competitions. They scored points as follows: Lorenz 48, Plover 39, Pocahontas 26, Fonda 22, Rolfe 16, Des Moines Township 12, and Havelock 2. Despite the rain and poor roads, many from the various points in the county attended. Did you ever think about the fact that at one point Pocahontas County had more than 8 schools, or at least 8 schools? Because that doesn't even list the Catholic high school, so that there would have been at least 9 there at the time. And now all of you but one listed. Do you know which one listed does not go to Pocahontas area? Fonda, that's right. So all of them became one school. So now you guys can't compete against each other. Would it be more convenient if you didn't have to travel out of the county to compete and stuff?
Yeah.
Do you guys, how far did you have to go for speech? Are you in speech? What are you? Yeah. How far did you have to go for speech, Natalie?
We went to Cherokee and Manson.
Okay. And how far did you have to go for mock trial?
Council Bluffs. Yeah, 3 hours.
Jeez. So would it be way more convenient to just do those contests like, oh, we just have to go to Plover? It'd be a lot more fun. Right. Okay. Less time in the car. Yep. Okay, here's another one. October 4th, 1934. Verina Freshman initiated Friday. I guess this isn't so much fine arts. I just thought this one was kind of funny. Public school upperclassmen put the freshies on spot for day. That's their headline. Friday, September 28th, the upper classes of the Verina Public School initiated the freshman class. The boys came to school dressed and painted like the modern flappers of today. The girls were dressed as modern farmhands, and to top off the day, the entire high school enjoyed a skating party at the Storm Lake skating rink. The party was chaperoned by Mr. and Mrs. Derby, Miss Truesdell, Mr. Fitzgerald, and Mrs. Splitgerber. I think it would be really hard to be a teacher with the last name Splitgerber, but I feel like there's a lot of things people would say. And then Mr. Hall and Harold Shue donated the use of their buses for transportation. Do you guys do any initiation of the freshmen?
I think they used to,
Okay.
kind of. Or like
Yeah.
a senior would pick a freshman to like pick on, kind of.
Like hazing type stuff, or not quite that bad?
I don't think that bad. It's never happened to me. But
Okay. Yeah. Did you get hazed, Natalie?
I mean, they always said like sophomore privilege and junior privilege, so we'd always have to sit like at the back of the bus.
Oh,
Or,
sure.
Like that's still a thing that
Well-
happened.
well,
For
sure.
that happened going to mock trial.
Okay. Yeah. Do you wish you could like make the freshman boys dress up in dresses and put on makeup? Would that be wild?
I think they would be very, very mad at us if we did that.
I think it'd be really funny.
It would be, yeah.
Okay. From the same edition, back to fine arts things. Better Speech Club at Lorenz. 6th grade students organize to keep check on grammatical errors. Improvement in speech is the aim of the Better Speech Club, organized in the Lorenz 6th grade under the supervision of Miss Lounsbury. Lucille Bartley was elected president and Charlotte Alexander secretary. The officers serve for a period of 1 month. Meetings are held at the end of every month, and it is then the secretary's duty to give an account of all the grammatical errors she has heard during the past 4 weeks, together with the names of the people responsible for the mistakes. The errors reported on are not only those heard in school, but also those noticed at home and on the playground. Would you guys enjoy a club where everyone's ratting out each other's grammatical mistakes?
That would be so bad.
Can you imagine 6th graders ratting each other out for their grammatical mistakes?
That'd be funny.
I think it would be kind of funny, but also kind of mean.
Yeah, there would probably be fights because of that. No.
Yeah, I don't know. Let's see. Ask the Professor is the next headline. Practices began October 1st for the high school operetta Ask the Professor. The production is under the direction of Mr. Jarovic and will be presented October 23rd. Soloists and choruses will be selected this week. A grade operetta will be presented later in the year. Have you ever done an operetta?
No.
Do we know what an operetta is?
No.
It's like an opera that's comedic and like has more dialogue, so it's not just singing. I just looked it up before we started. I did not know that off the top of my head. But so it's kind of a musical, but funnier or more, I don't know, maybe more classical singing. Would you like to see the school put one of those on this next year?
No.
Okay. The next one I thought was really funny because I think this is actually the elementary and middle school kids. From what I read, it's actually they came up with this and wanted to do this on their own. I was really impressed with like, oh, you guys pay enough attention and want to do this. Havelock to have harmonica band. Musicians in 4th, 6th, 5th, and 7th grades plan organization. Because of the interest aroused last year by the 6th grade harmonica band, we have organized another band this fall, which thus far includes the 4th and 6th graders. We use the Hohner Marine Band harmonica in the key C, which is the standard beginner's type of instrument. Later, with the aid of 5th and 7th grades, we hope to appear on the school programs. Would you play a harmonica?
Yes.
Do you play the harmonica?
Yes.
Nice. Do you know anything about the key of C?
Yeah.
Is it a good way to start?
Yeah, because there's only going to be the octave of it.
Okay. Nice. Would you like to see more of your fellow students and form a harmonica band? No.
No.
I was really impressed with the initiative. Like these 4th graders or these kids saw the 6th graders last year play harmonica and they said, we all need to do that. And the school said, okay, let's do it. I don't feel like elementary school kids organize around their interests as much now. I don't know. No. Okay. Lorenz High School in contest. Okay, and this is funny. The headline says, home declam winners are to compete with Havelock and Ware. They used to have speech. They called it declamatory speech. I mean, like you declaim, like you get up and talk, I think. But that's different. But like, I just thought that the abbreviation was weird. I'm not entirely sure how to say it out loud. In the pre-sub-district declamatory contest to be held at Lorenz, February 28th, the winners of Lorenz home competition will meet contestants from Havelock and Ware. Paul Carlson in the oratorical division will speak The Foolish Rich Man. Marjorie Smith will give the dramatic selection Eyes, and Maurice Osier in the humorous class will present the Ladies' Aid Society at the local theater. From Havelock, Alma Dunn speaking The Supremo Menace is entered in the oratorical section, Charlotte Rintz with Eyes in the dramatic class, and Bernice Trulson with Formality at Siwash in the humorous division. Ware has Kenyon Alstott, oratorical, giving The Perfect Tribute, Audrey Wolfe, dramatic, reading Little Dub, and Judith Johnson, humorous, presenting Goodbye Sister. There will be 63 similar contests held in northwestern Iowa alone during this week. Winners in each contest will go on to the next of the 5 in the state series. Are there enough people at your state contest or at your speech contest to have 63 different contests around just northwestern Iowa?
I mean, it's packed, but I don't think it's that packed.
Yeah. I wish that I could have found some of these speeches. Like 2 different people were doing Eyes. That must have been like the really popular selection for 1934. But I really wanted to know what the Ladies' Aid Society, the local theater, was. because it's a humorous one, and I'm like, is it just like the little old biddies gossiping as everybody comes walking in? Because I thought that would have been really funny to read what passed for like gossipy things at the theater in 1934.
And be like, oh, her ankles.
Right? What do we gossip about at the theater these days?
Like this person was wearing this thing, and it was like crazy patterns and all that type of stuff.
There you go.
Nothing crazy.
All right, I have one more to read out loud. Pocahontas High School to offer one-act plays. Each class in high school will present a one-act play on March 16th. The seniors will present Crime Conscious, directed by Mr. Grant and Mrs. Cushion. Juniors, under the training of Miss Hewen and Miss Gravitt, will present D-298. Mr. Booth and Mr. Briley, who are to direct the sophomores, have not yet made their selection. Amateur Hamlet, under the direction of Miss Baddeley, will be given by the freshmen. Work on the plays will be starting in the near future. We urge the attendance of parents at this program. Do you wish you still did class plays? Would you have a good time with that?
I think so, yeah. We did them in elementary school.
Oh, did you? Okay.
Johnny Appleseed. Yeah, that was basically the only one.
Was it fun?
It was fun.
Did parents get to come watch, or was?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So I thought that was just kind of interesting. In the 30s, they each had a class play that they did, and they probably presented it. I think it said all on one night, and so it was probably fun, like a big fun production. I don't know. I have also asked these girls to each read a poem that was published in the Pocahontas Democrat on December 11th, 1930. These were written by freshman students at the high school here in Pocahontas. The intro here says, "Again the muse descended upon many of the freshmen when they turned in Christmas poems last week." So who's going to go first and read Christmas Eve? All right, Natalie, go for it.
Okay. Snowflakes softly falling, skies so soft and gray. Snowbirds gaily calling, and close of the day. Clouds are drifting slowly, stars peep shyly out. Seema like fairy figures, must be all about. All the world is sleeping, waiting for the dawn. Glad will be greeting to the Christmas morn.
And then Reagan, Winter Joys by Elsie Swanson.
Oh, 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 what a beautiful sight when the bright snow is falling on a cold winter night. The trees are all silver with bright icy snow, and sleigh bells are jingling as merry they go. Oh, 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 won't it be nice to see the boys and girls skating out on the ice. I like to see children playing with sleds and tired to home to their nice warm beds.
Do you think you guys could write that level of poem?
Probably not on the topic of Christmas, but maybe.
Yeah. Have you ever tried writing poetry? Yeah, Natalie?
Yeah, it's one of our English classes.
Okay. Do you like it?
It's fun.
All right. Well, thank you, girls, for coming in. Kind of different from what the newspaper looks like now, right?
Yeah.
I'll show you. Here's a front page from 1930. There's no pictures. It's just headline and headline. And from this one, here was that story about the music contest. It was just that big. So the papers were different back then. But yeah. Anyway, thank you. Thanks for being involved in fine arts programs. Thank you guys for listening, and we will talk to you again next week.